turn that down. Okay, just trying to get back in the mood of things. I haven't streamed for 2 days, I think, since I did the test stream with the prologue, because I've just been busy with stuff and I couldn't really, well, not I couldn't, I could have streamed, but I did not have the energy with everything going on. So but for now I'm good. I'll just have to get back in the mood while I have this Yokohama cafe music playing. What do I want to do? Yeah, the model. I was gonna skip out on today too, because I also did some stuff yesterday, and I was just like, I might wanna just like rest my brain for a bit. And I was like, nah, let's just start this shit. Okay. Let's make this a bit smaller. Nothing is crashing. Oh wait, no, there we go. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm really surprised by the first stream I did of this. Like, here's something about streams, like especially for non-advertised streams, since I don't advertise myself. I literally just do this because I just want to vibe. So I don't tweet about it, I don't like do much, just be like, hey, I usually just do the title and then hit start streaming, and that's about like the most effort I put into this. But apparently there's a lot of Tsukihime fans who just look up people reading their visual novel that they like, because I kept getting views on the test stream I did. I was like, it's not like I got a lot of views, it's like literally just like 8, but that usually doesn't happen if you don't advertise yourself. So it's just like, huh, I guess Tsukihime fans just like seeing other people experience the thing they like, huh? Because like the views came in after the fact. Because usually that's like the views that you get are without advertising, is just the thing like from the live stream itself. And if you did well in the live stream, then it might get a bit more. Like, yeah, that was just like the one thing that was like, huh, I guess this fandom is like that, huh? Before we start, let me drink some water. I was thinking of making some tea, but I was just like, nah, that might make me like too comfortable and it might like drain my energy. So just let me just hit start, and then I went to the bathroom, just wash my face real quick, just to wake me up a bit even more. Also, something just got in my eye as soon as I started this. What the fuck? Anyways. Okay. Everything seems to be going well. And yeah, okay. Let me just trying my best to just like stretch my face for it to not get tired almost immediately. Okay, let's actually go now. You can solve that. Let's pull this up, put this over here. 1, 2, 3, and let me adjust it a bit more. Okay, there we go. Autumn. The last traces of summer are disappearing today. Is this muted by chance? No, there's just no audio now, right? Yeah, there's no audio. The last traces of summer are disappearing today. A Thursday halfway through October. This is the day I, Tanoshiki, return home. It's been 8 years since I left. Shiki, hurry up. I'm going to be late for school. I hear Kyoko-san's voice floating in from the kitchen. Okay, I'm leaving. I'll call back. I placed my hands together in the room that was mine at the... What was that? At the Arimas. At the Arimas up until now. I'm going. Thanks for letting me live with you these... I should have just done some reading exercises before starting this. My throat is still just getting used to talking because I guess I've done that a lot, but just not in English for the last 2 days. Thanks for letting me live with you these last 8 years. I fold my hands together in prayer. Then grabbing my only bag, I leave the room that had become so familiar. I walked through the... Let me pull this up at another screen. I forgot how hard it is to read on this screen. Where the colors are all fucked up. I really need a new monitor. I walked through the entrance to Arima's house and then turned to face it. Shiki? Kyoko-san, who had come to the door to see me off, calls my name somberly. See you later. Take care, Mom. What a strange thing to say. I won't be coming back. Never again will I pass through this door as a member of the Arima family. Thanks for looking after me. Please give my regards to Father too. Kyoko-san simply nods. 8 years. The eyes of the person who had been my mother looked so sad. I don't think I'd ever seen her like that before. I'm sure it'll be hard for you at the Tonos. Wait, how do you... I guess it's Tonoshiki, so at the Tono's house. Please watch yourself. Your body's weak, you mustn't overdo it. I'll be okay. After 8 years, I'm just as healthy as anyone else. I'm a lot tougher than I look. I suppose you're right. But the Tonos are different from everyone else. I'm worried they'll be too much for you. I know what Kyoko means. My home from today forth will be a mansion, not common sight in this day and age. Not only is the house amazing, but the family itself is highly respected. It said they hold... Let me bring the screen over here. This might be easier to read. Okay, yeah. It said they hold significant investments in many corporations. To top things off, it's my new home. It's my true home. I don't know why I read it as new home. The Arimas has only been looking after me. But it's already decided. Yeah, it's something that's decided already. Alright, I'll be heading off then. Thanks for taking care of me. So is this before the forest thing happened? I repeat those words one last time and turn my back to the household I had grown so accustomed to over these past 8 years. I leave the armors and start walking to. Okay, I really need to make some tea just to clear up my sinuses and open up my throat. Now, like, I need something warm to breathe in now. I leave the armors and start walking to school with a heavy heart. 8 years ago, I recovered from a serious injury that normally would have meant death. Oh, I guess. Oh, it's 8 years after the pullout. I was like, didn't that family die? But apparently no. Then I was entrusted to the Armors, a family branching off from the Tono family. I had lived with my real parents at the Tono mansion up until I was 9. Then I lived with the Armors for 8 years until now, my second year of high school. I lived a normal life as an adopted son. From the time I met Sensei, those special circumstances Sensei told me about. Okay, I really need to figure out a way to be able to read this one, I have like a popped out screen, like window projector from OBS, made bigger so I can read this well. But now I have 3 screens of the same thing and my eyes keeps going over. Basically the same issue from last time. I just never figured out the solution. Those special circumstances Sensei told me about as she parted never happened, and the glasses hid the lines from me as long as I wore them. The life of Tonoshiki was a peaceful one. It meandered along gently until a few days ago. The day when the head of the Tono family sent word to me. Return to the Tono mansion. The very family that until now had shunned me. I sigh again. To be perfectly honest, even before the accident, I'd never got along with the Tono household. Maybe as a kid I never liked the formality demanded by the family. Perhaps that's why I never said that's Perhaps that's why I said nothing when the old man told me I was going to live with the Armas. I think turned out well. I got along with the adopted parents, Kyoko and Fumio-san. It was as if they were my real parents. I lived a normal life with a loving family of the Armas like a real son, just like I had always wished. I don't regret living there. Except for one thing. My little sister, Bebe Bibi. 1 year younger than me, remained behind with the Tonos. Akiha. I bet she hates me now. It could only be natural. She had to live in that mansion all by herself, under the constant supervision of that hard-headed old man. I could easily imagine what Akiha thought of me, the one who escaped. I let out another sigh. You can't help it. What's going to happen will happen. Today, after school, I'll return to my true home. Lord knows what'll occur. But for now, I've got more pressing problems. My watch shows 7:45. Homework started at 8 o'clock sharp, and anyone who is in the class by 8 is marked as late. Clutching my bag, I started sprinting towards school. I managed to make it to school in less than 10 minutes. I entered it from the back gate, accomplishing a feat that would bring the track scouts running if they knew. Come to think of it, today is also the last day I'll come in through to the back gate. The Arma and Tono family houses are on the opposite side of the school, with the Armas being behind while the Tonos at the front. And I'll be coming through the front gate in the future. And I quite like the lonely atmosphere back here too. For some reason, the back gate at our school isn't really popular. Only 10 people or so, myself included, actually use it. It's quite a pretty devoid of people day and night. Clang. Clink clink clang. Like I said, pretty quiet. The sound of a hammer mixed with a distant bird singing reaches my ears. Hammering? Huh? Clang, clink, clong. A half rhythmical. Yeah, rhythmical, yeah, a half rhythmical ring comes from one corner of the courtyard. What is that? Homeroom begins in less than 10 minutes. I don't have time to stop and find out, but I'm pretty curious right now. Ah, my first choice! As they give me this, I'll go make tea because I really need something to clear my throat. Be right back. Why didn't my shortcuts work? Work. And I'm back. Mute here, and there we go. I just made coffee real quick. It's like an instant coffee because it's the fastest thing I could make. Okay, let's see. Pull this up, let's pull this up. There's only a few minutes until homeroom, I have to head there right away. I'm curious, so I'll go take a look. The source of the noise soon became apparent as I walked towards the courtyard. A female student is crouching in the middle of the tree-lined path, working with a hammer and nails. What is she doing? There are only a few minutes left until homeroom. Maybe she doesn't have a watch. Oh wait, my model is not here. There it is. At that moment, that's the best I can come up with. Still, to notice and then just ignore her would be somewhat cruel. I approach her unhurriedly, trying not to surprise her and speak. Yo, it's her! I know nothing about her, I just seen a shit ton of arts of her and I played as her in Melty Blood. Actually, I think that's the same character I'm thinking of. So the song though? Also, for Melty Blood, for the whole time I thought, oh yeah, these characters are just the same characters from Tsukihime. And oh yeah, let me remove also the text form. Be right back. Wait, that's the alerts. Wait, where is it? There we go. For the longest time I thought, oh, it's the same thing, but then I later learned that yeah, Melty Blood just makes a shit ton of stuff for the characters to add shit to them. So like, from my knowledge, Melty Blood has a lot of shit that doesn't have actually to do with Tsukihime, so I'm just gonna go with the idea of yeah, none of that shit is canon until I play and see. Hey, home is starting soon. Huh? The Swan Ground raises her face. The ribbon on her uniform displays the color of the third year. The older student looks at me while holding her hammer. Her gaze through those glasses are so direct I feel like I'm being pulled in. Her serious eyes make me want to apologize for bothering her. What is that? Okay, thank you for the weather update. Yeah. The splint she was facing is running beyond use. Come to think of it, our school's rear courtyard is in a terrible state of disrepair. The splints are neglected and the flower beds untended. Apparently the teachers intend for the students to conduct a big cleanup at the end of the year. Of course. Why wouldn't they use them? I swear to God, for every school in every fucking country, it's just like, hey, why should we pay when we can just make them do this and sell it off as they're learning? So the maintenance men have done nothing since summer. I've taken the situation with a single glance. The girl with the hammer is repairing the broken down splints, paying no mind to the fact her tidy uniform is being dirtied. She has sweat on her brow, and it looks like she has been swinging her hammer in a more serious manner. No good rhymes. But as far as I know, there's nobody in charge of repairing public poverty at the school. What is it? The older student asks, adjusting her crooked glasses. Let me take a sip now. Let me just swear a little bit more, actually. It's nothing. I was just wondering what you were doing. As you can see, I'm in the middle of fixing the splints. Yeah. I can see that. That's not what I meant. I was wondering why you are doing something like this? Won't the maintenance people just take care of it anyway? As far as I know, there's nobody in charge of repairing public property at this school. Why isn't this investing anymore? Okay, there we go. Yep. Okay, why is this broken? Wait, are my eyes broken, or is the text yellow on? Yeah, the text is yellow on the capture. Why is that? Sorry, I just noticed it. Also, why? There we go. Do I have a filter on this? Wait, let me check. Filters. No, I don't, but it's just yellow for some reason. I don't know why. Let me pull this to the screen and see. Is it still yellow? Yeah, it's yellow. The screen wasn't like this like a couple of minutes ago. Was it always like this? Apparently the teacher's intent for the student to conduct a big... Yeah, wait, why is it going backwards? I realize what is happening. What did I press? Ah, okay, so wait, no, I didn't. Wait. I don't know what I did. That's not what I meant. I was wondering why you're yeah. The older student laughs to hide her embarrassment. I'm the kind of person who can't stand seeing a mess like this. I just can't leave them alone. It seems as though she is repairing this place because she just couldn't let them stay that way. What a nut, senpai. That's why you're fixing it on your own? If you don't like the mess, why not just avoid coming here? Well, my classroom is over there. Senpai points at the second floor classroom facing the courtyard. My seat is next to the window, so it's easy for me to see the courtyard. Well, usually I just bear with it, but when I took my seat today, I was surprised to see all the splints in this area were broken. Senpai's face clouded as if to say, isn't that terrible? Apparently she's upset, although she doesn't look seriously angry. You know what they say, strike while the iron's hot and all. I borrowed the tools from the office and decided to fix them myself. And so the explanation ends. Make it a bow. A bow? A bow? Yeah, make it a bow if Senpai returns to hammering the nails. Alright, I understand all that, but how about we leave it here for now? Homeroom's in less than 5 minutes, and if it's this bad, won't the school get around to fixing it pretty soon? No way! Gripping her hammer, the senpai with glasses shakes her head furiously. I won't be able to concentrate with a garden like this, even if I go to class. It'll just sound like nonsense to me, but then the teacher will say, "Hey you, what are you sitting at?" and I'll get yelled at for sure. Senpai continues to grip the hammer while she emphasizes her point. Well, I suppose the teacher would be upset if he kept looking outside. He would, wouldn't he? That's why I have to do it now. With that, somehow begins her repairs once again, clumsily hammering away. She's definitely not used to using a hammer. Okay, I really love her. Let me drink some more. Clang clang, the hammer as it hits the wood. Completely skipped over the word rings. By the look of it, there isn't just 1 or 2 broken splints. I can't even begin to guess how long it would take her to repair all of them on her own. So I want to check how is it. I can turn down the audio a bit more. Yeah, there we go. I was probably getting drawn out on some bits. Okay. The bell begins to ring. Looks like the first period started. I'll give up, considering things have gotten to this point. I sat down silently and began to help preparing the splints. Once I began to help, I quickly realized mending them wasn't all that difficult after all. Although the older student is now used to making repairs, she is quite skillful anyway. She has already gotten the hang of it, and the work is proceeding at a brisk pace. Senpai's movements are quick and sharp. I enjoy watching her. She really is quite clever. By hammering stuff? How? Okay. Before I know it, there's only one splint left to repair. 30 minutes have passed. I can't stay here any longer. And only one more would be no problem for Senpai. Well, I'll be going. I stand up and dust off my pants. The student with glasses also stands up and begins to stare at me. Yeah? Come to think of it, just who is she? I hadn't given it any thought because of what I was doing. But when I stopped to consider her, I realized she's quite beautiful. Someone this good looking would be known by every male student. Of course, they'd be talking about a third-year beauty. I have to go. Don't work too hard, Senpai. She gives an obedient nod. Even though she's older than me, it's almost like dealing with someone younger. Thanks for helping. I'm glad you did. She makes a quick bow. Or bow. Yeah, bow. What was it saying bow? Just fucking bow. This is why I shouldn't stream this at fucking like 5 AM when I can barely process things. So I don't have to fucking read. At this time I should be streaming shit like fucking Saga. I'll be sure to come say hello during lunch. Don't forget to wash your hands, Tono-kun. You too, Senpai. Why does she know? Did I say my name? Then I wave my hand and leave. Wait, huh? Have I met you before, Senpai? Senpai cries out in surprise and mischievously puts on a depressed face. That sprite. I've seen that sprite a million times. Tono-kun, you forgotten about me? Forgotten? No, I don't think so. If I had ever met a beautiful woman like her, there's no way I'd forget. She looks up at me reproachfully? Okay, I was like, there should be an R there. Is this another, like a new word I never heard of? I just couldn't see the R. Reproachfully. I still read it wrong. But at least now I know what the word is. Those eyes, I'm sure I remember her from somewhere, don't I? Come to think of it, we had exchange reading once or twice before, hadn't we? Seal Senpai, isn't it? Apprehensively, I suggest her name. Yes, and I'm glad you remember. You seem to have to space out and forget, Tono-kun. I don't think I spaced out, but there's nothing I can do about the fact that I forgot. See you later then. Sorry for keeping you. Seal sent my bows again. I watch her go and then start walking towards the school building. When I reach my class, it's already the break after the first period. I step to the room while everyone's busy talking. My desk is there's the window seat at the very back row, so I can sneak there without drawing any attention. And when the attendance is taken in the second period, everyone will probably say, "Hey, when did Tana get here?" It's a strange quirk in an otherwise dull class. But I guess that plan won't work this time. Why? Okay, I've never seen a sprite of this dude ever. This is my first time seeing this character. So I'm gonna say he's not important, like, at all. But I guess I'm okay. Yeah. Yo, Trent boy. Still really unlikely to be late. I sigh. Feels like reality is being hammered back into me after the pleasant time I've spent with Senpai. What's with that sour face of yours? Being late when I'm actually on time? What do you think you're doing? Hey, listen. I'm not coming to school for your sake, you know. Huh? But I got to school for your sake. Why? Words fail me. I wonder like I have many times before. How did I have known this guy? His hair dyed orange. His ears pierced. His vicious glare that screams he will pick a fight with anyone anytime, and he's wearing a rebellious clothing. Anyway, Inu Arihoko. Sure. I realized whenever I read out, like I can read the name in my head, but whenever I read the name out to anyone, I just cannot do it. Arihiko is the only free-spirited outlaw in our university-oriented high school. We've been better enemies since middle school, right? If you make a carefree face like that in front of your rival, you'd better be prepared for trouble. So he's our Kuwabara. And then Arihiko is a loud... I'm gonna call him Ari. Ari's a loud guy. Yo, Marrington, before I know it, everyone in class is looking my way and greeting me. Shut up. You're ruining my chance to slip into class and notice. Why am I your rival anyway? There are plenty of other tough guys around, so stop bothering me. Well, he still owes me close to 10,000 yen from middle school, so I guess that does make him my enemy. Why are you all being mean to me, Tano? You're like a saint to everyone else. It's not fair. Okay, question. Are they gay? Or is this a one-sided crush? From Ari to Tano. What? You just figured that out? Life's not fair. You're the only... You really are only mean to me. I didn't try too particularly hard to be cold to Ari. It's just like the kind of relationship we have. By the way, what's a chronically late night owl who's never shown up until second period doing here in homeroom? It's a little... No, it's very odd. I was thinking that too. I guess being at school on time isn't just for when I wake up early. What I'm coming on your hobbies, but I'm asking is why I wake up early. Why I wake up early? I guess because I can't stay out late. Because all that fuss started, I actually go to sleep at night now. You heard the stories about those serial killings, haven't you? Serial killings? I see. Come to think of it, I did hear something like that. I feel a tinge of regret at needing Arihiko to remind me. I mean, yeah, how the fuck can you forget about that? For the past 2 or 3 days, I had been debating whether or not to return to town household, so I completely lost in touch. Okay, yeah, sure. What was that again? They've given us some really nasty name, like the Freakish Serious Killings or something. There's more to it. So far, all the victims have been young girls. So what are the chances of us finding Seal dead, but then she's not actually dead? We actually stitch her back using Tono's ability. There's more to it so far. Yeah, the 8th victim was only 2 days ago. And to top all that off, they were all... Wait, what happened to them again? Ari tossed his head in contemplation. What the fuck am I doing? I can't read. Why am I doing so bad at reading? I swear I'm usually not this bad. I'm an idiot for asking him. Yeah, I remember now. All the victims had cross-shaped slashes on their throats. Now, Yuki-can. Everyone who was killed lost a lot of blood. Oh yeah, that was it. Also, I remember her sprite. I don't remember anything about her, but I remember that sprite. They said it was some kind of modern day vampire or something. You sure know a lot about this, Yumizuka-san. I'm gonna call her Yumi. Alright, it's happening in this town, so it's in the news. Why can't I use... I can't use my shortcuts and I don't want to burp right into the mic. Okay. I see. I thought it was happening in a neighboring town, but I guess it's moved down here. Well, anyways, that's what happened. Even I wouldn't be going on the street at night with the killer walking around. That's why I've been waking up at 7 lately. What? That's it? Having a good reason doesn't make a good story. What's the fun of that? What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? He stopped going out at night. He started waking up early because there has been serial killings. And then after all that, he's just like, yeah, having a good reason doesn't make a good story. What does that mean? I sat down while dealing with Ari. Man, he called. What? Did he collapse on the anime already? Or anemia? I'm alright, thanks for asking. If I was anemic 24 hours a day, I'd be dead by now. Yeah, you're right. If you say you're okay, then I guess you're okay. The bell rings while we're talking. Hey, class about to begin. Okay. I've invited a special guest, so look forward to it. With a scheme laugh, Ari returns to his seat. See you later, Tanakun. Yeah. Sorry for giving you me. I'm gonna keep going because I don't want to do too less like 15-minute streams, so I'm gonna keep going. But I'm gonna be switching this to like 12 a.m. streams. My brain cannot comprehend words this early in the day. Her light footsteps tap across the floor as she returns to her desk. But it's still a mystery to me why she joined our conversation. She's just our classmate. Oh, so we didn't know her? Is she the special guest? It's lunchtime. Now then, where should I eat lunch? I mean, he told me to go to the cafeteria, so... yeah. The cafeteria is packed as usual. A long line of people waiting for their orders have developed. Casting a glance at the students holding their meal tickets, I sit down at Ari's table. So Ari, who's this special guest? That's odd. We arranged to meet her in the cafeteria. Hold on, I'll go check things out. Ari runs off, leaving his curry udon. Chikara udon is my choice. I hope he returns before the nose goes stale. I guess he never returned. Oh, there he is. It's not good. Looks like Senpai went somewhere. You guess this is Senpai? Yeah, she's a real cool girl. I've been hitting on her for the last few days, and I finally got her to agree to eat lunch together. Apparently she has someone she wants to thank today, so she's running around school looking for whoever it is. Oh, I wonder who this person is, huh? Who could it be? Seems like she's a busy person. Yeah. She's kind of like one of those penny racers. With a look of regret, Ari splits his chopsticks. Well, I guess it can't be helped. Anyway, itadakimasu. Yeah. We begin to slurp our udon. Just what the heck are penny racers anyway? So what's the real reason? Huh? What do you mean? No reason we're early this morning? You're the sort of person who comes to school early just because he gets up early. I question Ari as I sit next to him eating my chikara udon. Ari gives an uncommitted response as he slurps at his soup. Are you going back to your real house today, Tono? Yeah, I am. Wait, have I told you about that already? Nah. No, I just heard it from the teacher. Ari continues to well done his career without glancing in my direction. I thought maybe Tono will get really depressed, so I decided to check it out. I see. And your verdict? Wait, where did I click? I clicked off. Where's the game? There it is. Pretty disappointing. It wasn't worth getting up early for. You don't have too much time on your hands, Ari. I conclude as I bite into the white rice cake. That's the kind of person Ari is. Today is the day I return to the house of my real family, returning from the home of the adoptive family who raised me. Ari must have heard about it summer I came to school early just because he was worried about me. I think your appearance does you a disservice. You're real sentimental underneath. If it's always melancholy tone tells... If it's the always melancholy tone telling me that, then maybe I'm the real thing. Ari slurps noisily at his noodles. So, man, what's really going on? What do you mean? You've been living with the Armas since primary school, right? It's been 8 years already. Sweet, does this make noise? Okay, nothing, guys, just walked out. Your dad has basically this baby you. You could have used another word there. You couldn't. You didn't need. I hate R's. I cannot. I cannot just fucking pronounce my R's. Why is he suddenly calling you back now? He didn't dishonor me. He just kicked me out of the house somehow. Don't think if there was ever a family to kick their kid out of the house somehow. That's not a tragedy. It's a comedy, huh? But it's so boring it's not to be funny. Ari spreads his arms and shrugs. Refusing to be serious ever is one of Ari's easy to understand traits. Yeah, I guess you're right. If you get out of the house, laughing is all you really can do. Then he said some cliche line like, "Never step foot in this house again," or something, right? That's what people call disheartenance. Disheartenance. Come to think of it, I never heard my word. Can't you just use disowned? Who knows? That's something I'd like to know too. Well, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. He eats his soup. Lunchtime is short. Following I decided to go to finish my food. The last class of the day ends. I don't feel like going to the mansion right away, so I just finally stare out the window overlooking the school grounds. The classroom is dyed orange by the sunset. It's like a red watercolor paint. It hurts my eyes. I don't like red. It feels like it soaks deep into the back of my eyes and I want to throw up. It seems I am weak against things that resemble blood. No, I should say I'm weak against blood itself. 8 years ago I had a near-death experience. I was in an accident where I was injured in the chest and I tethered between life and death for days. I should have instantly died. But miraculously, I survived. Maybe it's because of the great medical treatment. However, the injuries were so severe that I don't even remember the accident. 8 years ago, when I was a child, I felt a thud pass right through the middle of my chest and I passed out. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. All I could remember afterwards was the pain and the cold. I don't remember much of the accident, but even today, the scar on my chest remains. I guess numerous fragments of the glass pierced my chest, leaving burn-like scars there and in my back. Actually, I was quite surprised at being saved. Ever since then, I frequently collapse from the anemia-like dizziness. It caused a lot of trouble for others. Let me clear my throat. Maybe that's why my old man believed I was unfit to be the heir to the Tono household and entrusted me to relatives. The one on my chest, huh? A huge scar in the middle of my chest, hidden from the view by my uniform. Now that I think about it, after that accident when I started to see those lines. I am able to forget them thanks to the glasses that Sensei gave me. But I think I would be completely gone mad if I never met her. Kyoko-san, the person who had been my mother up until now, said when I left the Tono household. Said when I left that the Tono household was normal. No problem. I'm not a normal person myself. Adjusting my crooked glasses, I pick up my bag. They can't stay in the classroom forever. Now then. Get a hold of myself and head back to the mansion, stay in the school. Well, let's stay in the school. As soon as I step out into the hallway, I run into a familiar face. Huh? What's up, senpai? Do you have some business here at the second year classrooms? Yeah? Business with the second year student, to be precise. Senpai approaches me with a smile. Listen, I have some nice snacks here, but no one to talk to. It would be a waste to eat them all by myself. So I came to catch an idle-looking person to talk to. Someone to talk to. But there's no one left in the classroom. It's the same with all the other classes too. You don't usually come to the second classrooms anyways, do you? If you wanted someone to talk to, then there aren't there plenty of third year classmates you could talk to? She really didn't need to come all the way up here. She didn't think about asking her third year classmates. Conversation would be better. Yeah, but today I'm in a good mood to talk to you younger guys. Please don't ask for a reason, it's just on a whim. Not because you helped me or anything, I wasn't running it out to, like, thank you. Well, I want to ask. I'd probably only be able to understand it even if she told me. Senpai's smile disappears as she stares into my face. This image, display image, I want to cut. No, control brings it back. Wait a sec. Yeah, and. Oh, fuck. Do I even have ShareX open? No, I don't. Let me open that up. I don't think ShareX is fast enough. Yeah, it's not fast enough. Oh well. Are you free right now, Jonathan? Well, if having nothing to do means I'm free, then I'm definitely free. Senpai grabs a hold of my sleeve. Well then, you are now caught. Let's go have some tea. Senpai invites me with a smile. There's no reason for me to decline the offer, and besides, it should be fun talking with Senpai. Sure, I'll come along if it's okay with you. It's decided. Alright, let's go. So holding onto my sleeve, she begins to walking down the hall with a light gait. Wow. Our school has a room like this? Let me look at the art. Like what? Is it like a tea ceremony like room? Oh, okay, the text says it. Could it be for tea ceremony club? Yeah, it's the tea ceremony club room for now. Seems like it hasn't been used up until I came though. Senpai steps into the timing mat and starts preparation with a rattling noise. A club room, huh? That's the case one of the other club members be coming? Too bad for them now try to let me be here. Right, Senpai? It's okay. Maybe the tea ceremony club, but there aren't any other members except for me. Thanks to that, I can use it freely during the break time and after school. Here we go? Huh? Okay. I guess she found the cushions, that's why she like that confused me. Like, and after school, here we go. Smiling, Senpai begins spreading the cushions. Tea is tea, but it looks like this is really going to be a serious tea ceremony. To be honest, I'm a bit overwhelmed. Senpai, I don't have the slightest clue what to do. What are you talking about? I only know how to support a bit myself. With that blunt reply, Senpai puts the teapot and some cups and some tea cakes onto a plate. I'm just going to have a casual conversation. There's no need to be so formal. So I'm so sorry for all the what sounds coming through the mic. Once I up my gain and I stopped caring about audio at the same time. At the same time as I increase my gain so I can talk from a little bit further back. But now I just come up close to the mic anyway, so it just picks up even more, and it sounds really bad. It isn't any fun that way, is it? Smiling softly, Senpai pours the tea into her own cup. I just don't get you, Senpai. Mumbling, I pour my own tea. I slurp some. Picking up the tea cake, I put it in my mouth. I sip again at the tea. I was never involved with it, but the Honor family is a prominent tea ceremony family. Being raised in a household like that, I'm used to drinking tea and doing nothing. Senpai looks at me with a somewhat troubled expression. What's wrong, Senpai? You look a bit unhappy. I was just a little surprised at how calm you were about all of this, Tomoko. Really? No, that's a great sprite. I'll capture this image later, but... More importantly, Senpai, didn't you have something you wanted to talk to me about? Yes. I haven't thanked you for this morning yet, so I thought I'd take care of you for a bit like this. Senpai makes her incredulous statement with a soft smile. Take care of me? That's not use the phrase take care in Japanese, Senpai. Oh, really? You mean people don't say take care when they show some hospitality in order to thank them? No, they don't. I don't think it's a mistake, except it's not quite right either. These Spanish-related phrases are short and difficult, aren't they? Suppose I shouldn't try to use them if I'm not familiar with them. Senpai laughs embarrassedly. No, not at all. They say manners comes from the heart after all. As long as you have the right feelings, it's just a trivial error. Senpai eye snaps in my direction as she stares at me. Her gaze is so serious I feel like I just become some kind of rare animal in the zoo. Senpai? Did I say something rude? that look. She continues to stare at me. Senpai? For some reason I feel incredibly embarrassed. It really does suit you well, Tanaka. Being younger, you're that calmer than me. You're impertinent. Senpai glares at me. I don't understand how her mind works at all. I'm sorry, it was kind of arrogant of me to speak like that. Yes, what's so impertinent? I was moved. She lowers her shoulders with a sigh and she sips her tea. I've become curious about you, Tanaka. Please talk to me. Okay, so far, I don't understand this character and how she works. It's like sometimes she's kinda quirky, sometimes she's not. I guess I'll see. Senpai traces her posture with an attitude like a teacher looking at her student. It doesn't seem like I can refuse. Well, okay, but it's not going to be very interesting if we're just gonna talk about me, Senpai. Senpai responds with a smile. I've got no choice. It's not like me, but I suppose I'll talk to her about school. In the end, Senpai was happy to listen no matter what I talked to her about. It was surprising to see her get so worked up when we were talking about middle school. Apparently Senpai had never had been on a school trip. That sounds nice if we're going on a trip together, she said, her eyes twinkling. It was quite an impressive sight. At any rate, I held a one-sided conversation for an hour, but it made me rather tired. With Senpai's permission, I decided to head home. I walk along a different path than the one I usually take. Passing through the unfamiliar streets, I slowly approach the Tono mansion. The surroundings are not completely unfamiliar. After all, I had lived here until I was 9 years old, 8 years ago. This is not the first time I had taken this path back to the mansion. My feelings are a little complex. The path home is nostalgic yet fresh. Up until now, I had not looked forward to returning to the Tono household. Now, doesn't seem so bad. The house I lived in until I was 9 years old. Right now, my sister Aki is in that utterly un-Japanese Western-style mansion. Tono Makihasa. Makisa. I'm just getting Makisa. Makihasa. Yeah. My old man who hated me and the master of the Tono household died a few days ago. My mother died from illness after Aki was born, so the Tono had dwindled down to me and my sister. Being the eldest son, you would think I would stand to become Tono heir, but I have no such privilege. To become the Tono heir means to be bound by a strict upbringing. I have lost count of the number of times my father scolded me over my dislike of not being able to live freely. That was when I got involved in that accident, and my body became weakened. My father saw it as a good opportunity to get rid of me. His reasoning was something along the lines of, someone could die at any moment who couldn't become the heir, even if he's the eldest son. Sadly for my father, I appreciated his expectations by making recovery, and my sister Aki was already deemed to be the heir to the Tono household. And so I've heard that Akio was already being raised harshly in order to become a proper daughter of the Tono household. Received an even harsher upbringing since then. By the way, I hate this background. It is so hard to read on it. That was a long time ago. I played together with Aka in the mansion back then and before the accident. After that, I never saw her again. Thank you for changing it. Apparently, Aka had tried to visit me a few times when I first was entrusted to the Armas. Unfortunately, we were never able to meet because I had to go to the hospital every day. We completely lost contact after Aka went to a boarding school. Is Aka the character I remember? Is she the twin-tail girl? I don't remember her. Unlike Aka, I am isolated from the main family. That's why I can live freely like this. My high school is just an average high school, and our chance of contact is pretty much zero. My old man died and I received a word telling me to come back. To be blunt, I had no intention whatsoever of returning to the Tono house. But Aka is at that house. When we were children, Aka was an obedient child, always looking frightened as if she were constantly enduring something. She would always follow close behind, her footsteps pattering behind me. She was frail, and her long black hair and fancy Western clothes made her resemble a French doll. I am worried about her living all alone in that big mansion with the old man gone. But more than anything, I feel guilty. After pushing all the Tono family responsibilities on her and establishing living a free life by myself. Perhaps my acceptance to return to the mansion is also my apology to Akiha. The Tono mansion is unnecessarily big, surrounded by the iron railings, and you could say the entire lot is abnormally expensive, being so large that a whole elementary school could fit inside. The garden surrounded by trees is more like the forest. The mansion is at the heart of the forest, and there are a few other buildings separated from it. I didn't think anything of it when I was a child, but now that I have lived in an ordinary household for 8 years, the excessive size feels almost like... I wish I had a mute button just so I could fucking nummy. There we go. Felt almost criminal. No, where's the game? There it is. The gates are unlocked. I push them open and head towards the mansion doors. They tower oppressively, bearing down on any visitors. Beside the iron devil doors is an unmatching doorbell. Alright. Shaking off my nervousness, I press it. There isn't any affectionate ding-dong chime from the doorbell. The oppressive silence continues for a few seconds. Then the sound of panicked footsteps behind the door indicates someone's presence. We have been waiting for you. The door opens with a creak. Inside like the lobby I remember, and a young girl in an apron. Oh, hey! No, I wanna know. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. Thank goodness. You're so late, I was beginning to worry that you had gotten lost. I was thinking about going out to meet if you hadn't arrived by sunset. The girl in the... what? Anachronistic apron smiles warmly. No, that's... I was so taken back by her outdated mode of dress that I can't even form a proper sentence. Perhaps I've judged my hesitance to distrust the girl tilts her head a little. You're Shiki-sama, aren't you? Yeah, but you don't have to call me Sama. You are, right? Oh, please don't scare me like that. I was beginning to think I had made another mistake back there. The girl's manners are like those of a mother scolding her child. Is it? But in spite of that, there's a smile on her face and it doesn't seem to break the warm feeling about her. She wears an apron over a kimono. She comes out to greet the guests and addresses someone like me with Sama. This must mean she's... Are you one of the mates here by any chance? The girl answers my question with nothing but a smile. Come, you must be tired. Please do come in. I guess someone's waiting for you in the sitting room. The girl quickly crosses the lobby and heads towards the sitting room. Turning back as if she just remembered something, she makes a bow. A full smile. She makes a bow, a full smile on her face. Welcome home, Shiki-sama. Her greetings are accompanied by her flower-like smile. I can't think of any reply, so I just follow her hesitatingly. Guided by the girl, I head to the sitting room. It's as if I'm seeing it for the first time. I don't know if I've forgotten about it in the last 8 years, if they had refurbished since then. Either way, it feels like someone else's house now, and it's unsettling. As I'm looking around the sitting room, the maid in the apron lowers her head in a quick bow. I approach Shiki-sama with me. Well done. You may return to the kitchen, Kohaku. Thank you. Since the maid's name is Kohaku. Kohaku gives a small bow as if to say farewell and leaves the sitting room. This leaves me and the two girls I don't recognize. It has been a long time, Nissan, says the girl with the long black hair and sharp eyes. All my thought process stops at once. My mind goes blank and I can't think of any words of greeting. I need to drink some water. All I can do is nod with the... yeah. I don't think it can be helped. The sake I had not seen in 8 years is not the Aka I remember. She's completely transformed into a proper young lady of a noble family. So I'm gonna go grab another water bottle. Nissan? The black-haired girl tilts her head slightly. Pathetically, all I can say are dumb-sounding things. Sick. My mind's turning into it's turning in somersault as I try to recognize the girl before me as Akiha, but it seems like Akiha already recognized me as her brother. You do not look well. Would you like to rest before we talk? Akiha throws a sharp glance in my direction. Is it just my imagination that she looks like she's in a bad mood? No, I'm alright. I was just surprised to see at how much you change. People do change over the course of 8 years, Nissan. We are at an age of change. Or did you think we could remain as we were forever? What is this? I can feel the thorns in Akiha's words. No, you definitely changed, Akiha. You become more beautiful than before. That isn't flattering. It's how I really feel. And indeed. But you, on the other hand, have not changed much at all. Akiha answers coldly, her eyes closed. Well, I can't prepare for something like this. It is as I had thought. Yusaka does not think well of me. If you are feeling well, let us finish our conversation. You have yet to hear details about why you were called back here, Nissan. I've heard nothing more than his son come back to the mansion. Though I found out the old man passed away in the papers. If the head of a major company dies, it definitely makes a financial paper. Yeah, Oh, wait, goddammit, I clicked away. If the head of a major company, yeah, was with the tone of Max's death reached his son Tonoshiki via the newspaper after the funeral. Even though his relatives had told him this disheartened son could pick up the news of his father's death merely by buying a 100 yen newspaper. It might be cynical of me to say so, but the world has certainly become a convenient place. I'm sorry. It was my fault that he did not get the news of our father. I get why the lowers her head. That's alright. Either way, it's not like he would come back from dead if I went. It's not something you should worry about. I'm sorry. It is somewhat comforting to hear you say that. Aka's face became serious that this is not the topic I care much about. A funeral is a ceremony for those who cannot let go of their feelings for the disease to achieve such detachment. For someone like me who cut off such feelings a long time ago, there's no need. Coming back here was my idea. It should be odd for the eldest son of Tono to be entrusted to the armor forever. Now the feather? Now the father has passed. Only the Tonos, the only Tonos by blood are you and I, Nissan. I don't know what father was thinking when he entrusted you to the armors, but he's no longer with us. There's no longer need for you to live with them. That is why they had to come back here. That's all well and good, but I'm kind of surprised we were able to get our relatives to agree with this. Wasn't it they who came up with the idea of me leaving with the armors? Maybe so, but I am the head of the Tono family. I declined every one of the proposals from our relatives. I would like to continue living here, Nissan, but this is the place with rules. You will avoid living in the over-casual lifestyle you've been leading up until now. I'm afraid this isn't gonna happen. There's no way I can go back to being a well-mannered gentleman now. Not that I want to. I will not ask more of you, but do try to, or are you saying you're unable to do what I already have? Akira shows me a cold look. It feels as if she's hitting me with her grudge against me for leaving her here for the last 8 years. getting up messed up my brain with the reading. Alright, I get it. I'll try my best. Akia just stares at me as if she doesn't quite believe me. You do not need to try as long as you get the results. Her voice is dignified, her words are merciless. Let's go back to the topic. Right now, you and I are the only ones living here. I do not care for having too many people around, so I cleared everyone out. Huh? Hold on a second. You wouldn't want to run to one of our relatives in the mansion, would you, Nissan? I put off most of the service, but there are enough for you and I, so there are no problems. The problems are you're going to get attacked at our family meeting if you do something like that. Oh, please be quiet. Rather than having a mansion flowing with people, wouldn't you feel more relaxed with just the two of us here? Here's something. I know this is an eroge. I'm hoping one of the routes is not gonna be them two. So she already feels like a character that would be like a brocon, so please. I'm just hoping. But you've only just become the head of the family. If you go around abusing your powers like some kind of dictator, our relatives are not gonna keep quiet. Even the old man didn't go against their opinions. Indeed. As my father entrusted you to the Armas. I, on the other hand, have despised them ever since I was a child. I'm not going to put up with their whining any longer. Not going to put up with it. Look at ya. I mean, you have no ground to stand on, Shiki. Like, literally none. It's like, what the fuck do you think what you have to say actually matters here? Enough. Just listen. You don't have to worry about me. Please. Just worry about your own life from now on, Nissan. I can see it's going to be difficult for you in many ways. Ika says, sullenly, looking away a little. Now then, if there's nothing you don't understand, ask her. Hisui. She looks at the girl standing by her side. The girl called Hisui bows expressionlessly. This is Hisui. She will be your personal maid from now on. Is that acceptable? Hold on, personal maid? You mean... She's your servant. I thought because this was obvious. I can't believe it. Fitting with the western style of the house, the girl in the maid outfit stands there, as if it's natural to do so. I mean, yeah. Hold on, I'm not kidding, no. I don't need a servant. I can take care of myself. Would that include the cooking and the laundry? I guess pretty sharp at pointing these things out. At any rate, now that you return to this house, you will obey my directions. I don't know how you lived at the Arno house, but you're living in the Tono house now. Please accept everything given to you. You can't say anything, and my eyes drift towards. Okay. There's a lot here that is weird to read. It's not just that I suck, right? I can't say anything, and my eyes drift towards Hisui. As expected, she's simply looking back at me expressionlessly like a doll. Well then, please show Nissan to his room. Yes, my lady. Hisui approaches me with a shadow-like... Sorry about that. With a shadow-like lack of presence. I'll get you to your room, Shiki-sama. Hisui heads to the lobby. Sighing, I head towards the lobby as well. We enter the lobby. This mansion is split into east and west wings, with the lobby in the middle. The lobby is like a body for birds, whose wings are in the holes extended diagonally at... What does this mean? There are stairs. You're saying that there are stairs. The lobby's like the body of a bird whose wings are the halls. Yeah, let me see. Look at halls. Extended diagonally, so here. Yeah. You're talking about the size of a small hospital. I remember the house is constructed. So magic use of both east and west wings have the same floor plan. You're almost this way. Okay. I have to like learn what to read and what not to read, so my voice is gonna be gone. Come to think of it, the service room should be on the first floor of the west wing, so that's why where his Kohaku rooms are. Outside, the sun has already set. The girl in the maid-out uniform walks down the long, dimly lit hallway without a word. Kinda feels like a wonderland. Nothing can let my thoughts lift about. Did you say something to yourself? She stops and looks back at me. No, I'm just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. After saying me, she starts walking again. I guess this is what they call being a lost for words. The room he's gonna let to me is not the one made for a mere high school student to live in. Is this my room? Yes, if you're displeased with it, I can arrange a different one for you. No, there's no way I could be displeased with it. It's just a little, no, really too fancy for me. Shikisama, it's fine. I'm glad they used this one. This one has not been touched since 8 years ago, so I do not believe you will find anything unsatisfactory with it. There's something a little odd about the way Jesus said that, as if she was implying this was once my room. Hey, is this by any chance my old room? This is what I've been told. Am I mistaken? This inclines our head to the side slightly. I feel relieved. It seems this girl can express as much as after all. Well, it might be now that you mention it. I do remember faintly, so it must be so. I don't feel any sense of familiarity. There we go. Familiarity. Why do I keep adding an R? Familiarity about this place at all. There we go. But I guess that's what it's like after you leave this place for 8 years. I can't get settled here though. I was living in a 6.5 mat-sized room until this morning. It's like I'm staying in some high-class hotel. Because, can see, this room doesn't seem that big. But then I remembered, yeah, Japan housing. I understand how you feel, but please try to get used to it. From today onward, you are the eldest son to ton of house. You're right, I got to do my best so at least look the part. With a thumb, I drop my bag. With a thump, I drop my bag on the table and stretch my back. I've been feeling a little stressed out with everything that has happened so far. I guess I got no choice but to adjust from today onwards. Shikisama, all of your luggage has been brought here. Is there anything more you require? No. Well, there was very little delivered. If there's anything you need, I can have prepared, so please do not hesitate to ask. You know what? I should look up VN's like visual novel reading streams to see what people do with them. Because this is tiring. My jaw is already tired. It's like usually I talk for longer than this, but there's like a little bit of rest between each time I talk. There's no time. I have a Discord that has barely anyone in it. And I put in, hey, I'm reading. Anyone who wants to read with me, please join. And no one's gonna join. I know this. No one is gonna join. It's just like, please save my voice. Please. I see. No, I don't need anything more for now. I don't have much luggage to begin with. My luggage is just this bag with these glasses and the textbooks in my bag, and the white ribbon with the with an unidentified owner. That's all. Anyway, you don't have to worry about that luggage. This fancy room is more than enough for me. I understand. Well then, I shall come to call you in an hour's time. Hour? For dinner, you mean? Yes. Please relax until then. As expected, Hisui says everything with an expressionless face. But even then, if she tells me to relax, just how am I supposed to do that here? The clock says it's 6 o'clock. Usually I'd be watching TV in the sitting room, and I hate the sitting room. Just say living room. in this sitting room around this time. Maybe Japan has a thing called sitting room, I don't know. In the sitting room around this time. But I'm having a serious doubt as to whether there's any such thing in the mansion. I mean, you were just in one, right? Here's what I know is kind of trivial to ask, but is there a television in this mansion? A television? His eyes narrow slightly. I know I'm the one who asked, but it really is a stupid question. I feel like there's something wrong with it, with asking about the presence of a TV in a luxurious mansion like this. He makes a rare troubled face and stares off into space. I love this, right? There's no television in the sitting room. Some of the visitors did make use of one, but when they departed, they packed it up with their luggage and took it back with them. I do not believe there are any remaining. Hold on. Visitors? Like who? For how long? Relatives. The eldest son of the... that is white on white. What does that will make come closer? Kugaman? Kugaman? Yeah, it's Kugamin sama from a branch of a family. Tozaki-sama, third daughter and her fiance, and Kishima-sama, eldest son who came to stay for close to 3 years. 3 years, huh? Yeah, my jaw is hurting. You know what? I have a plan for these streams. I'm gonna stream shit like Romancing Saga, maybe Metal Gear, like original MSX or whatnot, and then switch over for the last hour to stream this, just so I have some kind of content going like each stream. Cause my jaw fucking hurts. Ah. Not that it helps that my fucking lip is busted. I'll try to go for 2 hours today, and then I'll stop. 3 years, huh? Hisui, that's what you call freeloaders, not visitors. Hisui does not reply. No matter what kind of people these freeloaders were, it seems that servants can't say anything bad about them. Well, at any rate, it seems like those relatives had brought and had taken back their own luggage with them. My old man hated the products from other cultures, thinking them all vulgar. There's no way he would ever watch TV. Aki, who had been educated by him for the last 8 years, probably would be the same. Well, it's not like I'll die with that one. Hisu sounded like a perfect example of other servants. Hisu says nothing unless she is being asked a direct question. This is of course kind of depressing for me. I want to make that expressionless break into a smile somehow, but that seems impossible with just any old half-hearted effort. There was a library on the first floor of the West Wing, wasn't there? Maybe I'll go there and find something to read when I have free time. Hisu does not reply. She just stands there in the doorway. I can't even tell where she's looking. Is he? Hisu doesn't say a word. Suddenly she looks straight at me. Yeah, here's something. By the way, I'm reading this just because of like one, I've just been interested in it. Two, a friend has been telling me for like over a year, read Tsukihime, well not Tsukihime, like Fate, but then switch into read Tsukihime, heard Tsukihime just because he knows that I'll just switch over to Fate. And this, and I've been, like ever since I played Melted Blood, I've just been like, yeah, maybe I should read Tsukihime, and then I never did for years and years and years. Okay. I believe there's one in Nissan's room. Huh? I have no idea what she's talking about. Oh, Nissan. There's one of what? A television. I remember seeing one in Nissan's room. Hisui says that if remembering something from many years ago. Hold on. Nissan? Don't tell me talking about Kohaku-san. Yes, right now the only people working in this mansion are Nissan and I. Now that she mentioned it, they do look alike. I just couldn't connect them as sister because Kohaku is always smiling so warmly. I see it's expressionless. I see Kohaku doesn't look like the type of person who'd watch those variety shows. But I balk at going at Kohaku's room to tell her, let me watch your TV. Sorry, I just forget I ever asked. After all, I'll be living here from now on. I gotta follow the rules of the mansion. God knows what sort of cynical moment I'd be in from Akia if I started watching television. Since I'll be leading a scholarly student life, verified in my Rotona family from now on. Alright, I'll be in my room until dinner. She leaves. Suddenly on the door, she leaves the room. Dinner takes time. Dinner takes place with Akia and I began face to face. I guess it's natural here as Hisui Kohaku do not eat with us, standing behind us to tend our needs. I thought it would be natural for all four of us ate together. But let me mute up. I need to see why I should wait. Let me see. Just this. I have no idea why my hotkeys are not working. Oh well. Let's bring this back up. Yeah. I thought it would be natural if all four of us ate together, so we could say I'm caught off guard by this inexplicably tense dinner. I should mention at this point that I've totally forgotten anything related to table manners by now. Well, I do remember little pieces, not like I'm a complete amateur, but humans tend to pack away unused memories into the corner of their mind. The tension was actually quite thrilling, with every one of my movements causing Akia to raise an eyebrow. When I think about how I'll have to go through this every day though, it's really depressing. Finishing dinner, I returned to my room. It's still only just past 8 at night. It's ready to sleep, so what should I do? Hey, there we go. Go to the sitting room and talk with Akiha, stay in my room, go, ooh, TV. Akiha or TV? I feel like I won't get much out of Akiha, but maybe, Yeah, let's go talk to her. I really want to watch TV, but I guess I'll talk to her. When I get to the sitting room, Aki is relaxing there alone. There's no sign of Kohaka or Hisui. There are 2 teacups on the table and Aki is using one of them. Oh? Do you drink tea after meals, Suni-san? No, nothing like that. I just thought I'd come talk to you. My expression tells her I'll go away if I'm bothering you. Now please sit down. Is tea alright for you? Sure, I'll have anything that's nice. I actually prefer Japanese tea, but I'll keep that bit of selfishness to myself. Aki takes the teapot and pours the transparent red tea into another cup. Thank you. I sit down on the sofa and raise the teacup up to my mouth. And before my eyes is the cool and collected Akiha, and it makes me a bit uneasy. I can't talk to her, but to be honest, I really don't know what to say now. Nisan, you're very quiet. Didn't you come to talk to me? Akiha stares. The enmity is not so much that of a younger sister, but more like that of an unfamiliar young lady. It's not one in which I can speak freely. Well, I was wondering, what have you been doing for the past 8 years? Well, it goes without saying. With Nisan not around, father's attention turned slowly towards me. Aki glares in complaint. Seems the last 8 years are a taboo subject. What about you? What have you been doing for the 8 years? I sent many letters, but I didn't receive a single reply. I did send many letters, but I never replied. I was a poor correspondent, but at the bottom of my heart I wanted to sever all links with the Tona Mansion. That made me reluctant to write to Akiha. Okay, you're an awful person. You're an awful fucking brother. What the fuck? Okay, this whole time I've been like, I feel bad for both of them. I'm not. Fuck Cheeky. What the fuck? Well, don't worry about the letters. Even if you had answered, I'm sure father would have never allowed the replies into the house. More importantly, how do you feel returning to the mansion for the first time in 8 years? It has changed very little. Though there was some restoration work done. In spite of Aki's word, the mansion still feels completely unknown to me. 8 years ago I was just a child. Even if I remember the mansion a little, I feel like I'm in someone else's house, whispering Salon. Nisan? No, I was just lost in thought for a moment. And we say this mansion changed very little, but it's pretty unsettling for me. Though the sitting room and the lobby are kind of familiar, I can't remember the corridor nor my room. Really? I guess 8 years is a long time. I guess that's it. It's like half my life so far. I can't really expect to have clear memories. Well, it's been 8 years, so it doesn't feel right, but I think I'll get used to it. I'll be thankful if you overlooked my poor manners for a while. Please do not be too ridiculous. I can hardly look any more leniently upon Nisan's manners than I already do. That was close. I almost sprayed the tea I was drinking. At supper, Aki's look sent me the cold sweat after all I did was use the wrong knife. I see. You're being lenient back then. Yes, I was making concessions appropriate to your abilities. Nisan was brought up by the army after all. As Aunt Keiko come from a branch family, a certain amount of laziness was permitted, and you were spoiled. There's all the suppers we had a while ago. Well, it can't be helped, can it? We never really thought I'd be returning here. Is that so? It almost sounded like I didn't want to return, Nissan. It's not like that, but it's kinda like that. I may have had my doubts, but I couldn't just leave you alone here, could I? What kind of brother would I be then? Yes, that's the reason I returned. If it weren't for Aki, I would have never returned. Since I heard nothing for almost 8 years, I was wondering whether you were alright on your own. I came back to the mansion because I was worried about you. Looking a little off to the side, I put my honest feelings into words. Well then, thanks. But I guess I was just worrying about nothing. In the past 8 years, you seem to have grown strong. I'm relieved, but a little disappointed. No, I've been saying too little. So I only had an image of the calm Aki had back then when she was small. The sharp Aki right now seems like a different person. Sure, I didn't meet Nissan's expectations. I guess that's just scary. Crap, I think I might have said too much again. Yeah, baby, just a bit. Well then, Nissan. I was live at the armor residence. God damn, I clicked off again. Aki asked, still with their frightening expression. I feel like I'm under terrible pressure, even though I'm only talking to my younger sister. Nissan? Did you hear what I said? I heard. Lives at the arms, right? It was normal. There was no real problems. Seems more suited for me living there too. That's not what I meant. How's your health? I heard you collapse a lot from your chronic anemia. Oh yeah, I did about a year after I left the hospital, but I'm okay now. I only have problems occasionally about once a month. I'm certainly not frail enough to be worried about. Bluffing, I struck my chest with the scar. Okay, I know I was in a serious ascent. But Nissan, you also started wearing glasses. After going to the hospital, did your eyesight fail also? Yup, that's what happened. I see. Okay, doesn't know I wear glasses, so why I wear them? I just can't explain the lines which things can break. Whether they don't appear when I wear these glasses. Well, it's nothing. My eyes became a little strange after the accident. It's not like my eyesight's gone bad, so it's not really a serious problem. Really? I was surprised when I saw it a while ago. I didn't really start wearing glasses, Nissan. Really? You seemed pretty calm back then. Of course. I was meeting you for the first time in 8 years. I couldn't let you see me acting strange. I can rock creases suddenly. Okay, I gotta say, I'm glad I went with this because this is way more than I was expecting. I was expecting her to still be cold and basically have the scene ends in 2 seconds. Kiyosama? Bath is ready. What should I do? Okay, by the way, I'm glad the music here is like good so far, because I was planning on just playing tracks on my own just in case. Because like the one time I heard anyone talk about the soundtrack for this, it's just like, yeah, they only like really get good like after the game, like in Fade the music gets good, but before that it's not really all that well. That's about like that comment is like the one thing I heard about the music in Tsukihime. Actually, I was surprised just because whenever I want to look for like chill songs for like stream intros, I usually look through visual novels like OSTs, because that usually has like the best variety. Oh, is that alright? That's sure you're relaxing with Tsukihime. Checks my mind ran away, but the bath won't. It's fine, we weren't talking about anything important anyways. I guess Stanza walks past Kohako into the lobby. Kohako follows Akihao. Left alone in the same room, I finished the tea. Again, Kohako seems to be heading towards the bath, so I guess I'll go back to my room. Hang on. Okay, Kohako. Yeah? But what? I could just an amazing Tommy. Number to do stupid things. Don't. This is gonna turn into an incest thing, right? There's gonna be an incest route, right? Right. Please no. Please. Don't imagine that thing. Why was that there? Why was that even there? That was so unnecessary. Akira looks accusingly as if she sees my thoughts. I'm surprised, but maybe this machine come has some listening devices. I forgot to tell you something about the bath. Nissan, the large bathroom we used a long time ago, isn't used anymore. It would be too much for his security to take care of, so it has been closed up. Unable to remember, I make a doubtful face. Okay, and brows knit terribly. The bath in the courtyard. You don't even remember that. Well, now that she mentions it, I guess there was such a thing. But this is a European mansion. Father half liked the Japanese style of architecture. That's why the detached building is Japanese style as well. Anyway, if you want to have a bath, please yours your own. The second bathroom behind the lobby is yours, Nissan. With that, Akihiko leaves. Alright, when the Akihiko gone, there's no point in staying in the sitting room. I'll have a bath too and return to my room. When I returned to my room, my bed has been made. I guess Isoi did it while I was gone. I'm glad she did it. It's really more than I deserve. I scratched my cheek. Then, are you there, Chikisama? I hear Isoi's voice along the knock at my door. Yeah, I'm here. Excuse me. Good evening. Thanks for making my bed, Hisui. Hisui quietly nods in acceptance. So wait, Hisui is 100% wrong. Is Hisui. Yeah. Hisui quietly nods in acceptance. Just as I thought, I'm not used to this. Is there anything else you want to tell me? No, nothing from me, but Ika has instructed me to answer any questions you may have. I see. That meant things won't sense, but I'll probably get to know them as I continue to live here. Yeah, that's what I want to know right now before I sleep is it true that curfew here is 7? The main gate is locked at 7 and all the entrances to the mansions are to be locked at 8. Is this a rule that one must try to not go walking around in the mansion after 10? Well, I've got no complaint with that, but isn't that kind of harsh? If there's a rule, however, please do abide by it. You are aware of the recent disturbances at night, are you not, Chikisama? Yeah, that vampire cycle. Well, as long as something like that is happening, I guess it's better to stay safe. It's better to stay safe than sorry. What else? Do you mind if I ask an off-topic question? I'd like to know what kind of work you do. Sir, no spare time, do maintenance chores around this mansion. So that's what it is after all. My shoulders suddenly feel heavier. It seems completely natural to Akia when she said it, but I'm nothing more than a normal high school student. I have no interest in having a girl at my close to my age serving me, at least for now. By serving me, you mean you're my personal servant? Okay, I was talking about, yeah, it doesn't like I dismiss you, so I'll just immediately let you serve me. Nothing in particular. Can you stop calling me Shikisama? To be honest, I get chills down my back when I hear it. Shikisama, you're my master. That's what I'm saying. I hate. I've been living a normal life up until now. I have no desire to start living a life where a girl my age addresses me with Sama. I see. Call me Shika in exchange, I'll call you Hisui. This is a way of the formalities and be more casual with each other. So especially when she lowers her eyebrow, as if she's being troubled. And you're my employer. It's not like I'm hiring you. You are the one doing things I can't. So you're the great one. Looks like I won't be able to talk to her. Won't be able to talk her into it just in one day. Anyway, that's how it is. Formal towards me. I'll be grateful if you tell me. If you tell that to your sister Kohak too. Very well. It's as you say, Shikisama. Especially when sister bows her head. She completely failed to understand. I'll be leaving now. So that's gonna be the character arc we're heading for. That get her to remove the Sama. Yusei puts her hand to the doorknob. Oh, I forgot to ask something. I put my hands on Yusu's shoulder before she leaves. And this is his way arms pushes away my arm with an incredible momentum. With a whack, she slaps my hand away and leaves back. So sadly that the only thing I can say is his expression so she glares at me fiercely. Did I just do something wrong? I'm very sorry. Isabel first sound very nervous. By the way, if you can tell, I'm slurring my words just to get through this scene so I can end. I'm not used to being touched. Please forgive me. His shoulders are faintly trembling. Well, I can't wait to see the background story for why that is. I feel like I just did something real terrible. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I apologize without thinking. Don't understand why myself. I just feel sorry for his ways and I lower my head. You have nothing to apologize for. No, maybe I just... I scratch my head. He sort of stares at me, pausing only to blink for a second. What is it you want to ask me, Chikisama? That's right. I stopped here because I want to ask you something. I want to ask about Akiha. Doesn't she go to a boarding school? That's only during middle school. From this year onwards, Akiha-sama has special permission to attend school from home. Ah, she's fucking homeschooled. Maybe she isn't that great after all. You mean she goes to school from here? Yes, but it is uncommon for her to come home before dusk like today. Akasima has practice up until dinner, so she's always home before 7. Practice what? Today's Thursday, so she would have had violin practice. Usually she's able to return before dinner on weekdays, so if you have anything to say to Akasama, please let Nei-san know before dinner. I'm just gonna change Nei-san to sister. Or Kohako. Please let Kohako know after dinner. Violin practice. What on earth is that? Why are you so confused? She's not some upper class lady or anything. Why would she have this? I don't get Shaky's dialogue sometimes. He does not make sense. Why does he say the things that he like? Why? What is this for? What is this? Oh wait, she's an upper class lady. Like this whole time you've been here, that's the one thing you've been going on for. Like this whole time it's just, oh well, she's upper class now. She's upper class. Oh well, I bet she hates me now. She's not directly like saying that, but that is the implication. The whole time. Yes, come to think of it, my sister Tonaga is a natural-born upper-class lady. Remember, she was always the being, never an easy sister, constantly following me around. As a child, she was always quiet, never having even the courage to express her own desires. She was always a frail girl who would always live in a fear of scolding from our father. Yeah, people really do change after 8 years. After 8 years, I've become the me I am now. Akia has become the person she is right now too. 8 years is a long time. It's half our lives up until now. I was absent from this mansion during that vital period of time where a child becomes an adult. I'm sorry, Akiha. I think things would have been better if I had been with her during those 8 years. You think? I had known to mumble an apology. Ah, my jaw hurts. Left by myself, I lie in my bed. This house from 8 years ago, my blood relative from 8 years ago. It feels a little like they belong to someone else. I wonder what's going to happen to me now. Rambling to no one in particular, I fell asleep. Awooga. I hear the wave-like sound of something's voice. Awooga. Something's howling. It's too sharp and high-pitched to be a stray dog. Awoo. It echoes in my eardrums. Is it howling at the moon? Woo. This doesn't feel right. Obviously howling is the beginning. It's beginning to give me a headache. Woo. It doesn't stop. Awoo, awoo, awoo. Yeah. Just shut up already. I'll wake up. And this is where I save. Yep. So, a change of plans. I was gonna make this into a thing of, stream this a day and then stream something else another day and then stream this a day and something else another day. That's not gonna happen. My jaw is tired from talking for 2 hours, of just reading for 2 hours. I can talk for 10 plus hours without getting this tired. But when reading something like this, it's just like, ugh. So yeah, from now on, I'll either stream Romantic Saga. As you know, I'll definitely stream that. Romantic Saga. So I'm gonna have to check the vaults to see how bad those are, because I remember I really was not feeling it whenever I streamed Saga. So those vaults are really bad, probably. Anyways. Okay, so that's Saga. Okay, so either Saga or Last Bible 2. I either stream one of the two. I'm gonna stream 4 hours and then switch to this for either 5 or 6. Not 5 6 hours of reading, but like either 1 to 2 hours of reading a day. That is gonna be the plan for now. But yeah, I'm enjoying the funny dialogue so far. I'm excited to read more later, but for now,